YouTube, YouTube. Mm. Hey y'all, Sassy Perspectives with Jay is here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? On this fine day. Me, I'm good. Okay, so today, guess what we're gonna talk about today? Self-image. Such a good topic, right? Like I feel like it's big in our society. Like we are. Girl, my head doing something right there. Scare me. Okay. We keeps it down, real down to the tube. Sassy perspectives. Okay, let's start over. So, today I want to talk about self-image. Self-image. I think it's big in today's society. We are a very visual society, meaning we make a lot of judgments and perspectives based on what we see, right? And we all know that the media and all of those things promote flawlessness, perfection. But the gag is, honey, ain't nobody flawless and ain't nobody perfect. So I feel like but because that's portrayed in the media, on social media, on TV and everything, I feel like we are it shapes our perspectives, right? It shapes our perspectives of people, and it shapes how we feel about ourselves. So everyone always talks about like the models who do these ads and these in the catalogs on TV, all this stuff. Not even, and we look at them like, oh my gosh, her body is so amazing. Oh my gosh, her face is so asymmetrically perfect. Oh my gosh, the color of her hair is so amazing. Not even realizing that the majority of the time, honey, that is airbrushed. So, but it gives a false perception of people and what we see. And it's just, I feel like there has to come a time when that breaks. Now, I will say that in this day and age, I think that self-acceptance is being promoted a little more than it has in the past. You have your curvy girls. You have your very skinny girls. You have your beautiful dark complected girls. And then you have your light complected girls. And I feel like we're starting to kind of shift to say that it's okay to be who you are. If you have to accept yourself where you are in whatever state. I don't have to be like the girl on TV. I don't have to be like the selfie that I saw in somebody else's selfie. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm finding? It's funny. It's so funny. I was looking at a comedian and they were talking about how they were in the at a makeup counter, and they were at the makeup counter and they were like, oh my gosh, like, let's contour your nose. And the girl was like, contour my nose? I like my big nose. I don't want to contour for it to look skinnier. Like, you ain't finna make me lighter than I am. I'm good in my complexion. I'm good with my bell pepper nose, as she said. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like there's kind of a shift to accept who you are in whatever state you're in. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like we should all strive to be better. Like, of course, for my curvy girls, it's okay to be curvy, but you got to be healthy. You know what I mean? There has to be a balance. Now, my crew, my family, my friends know, Jay has always been a curvy girl. Girl, 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 little curve ain't hurt nobody, child. Little curve ain't hurt nobody. Nobody. Okay? So, Jay has always been a curvy girl. My husband actually loves my curves. I think he loves my curves a little bit more than I do. Although I promote the curviness and everything, like I love, my hips and my dips and all of that stuff. But we have to make sure that we're healthy, right? And that's what I'm striving to do this year. My friends know, my friends and my family know, I always make fun of my stomach, right? So, girlfriend got a little stomach, girl. Sometimes, I just rub her and we become one. You know what I mean? Like, you pregnant, Jay? No, I'm just fat, living happy, and eating, and in love. That's where I am right now. I am curvy, happy, in love, and I can cook. That's my state right now. Now, if it changes, then so be it. But right now, that's who I am, right? So I have named my stomach child. Her name is Gertrude. Okay? Me and Gertrude, we gets it in. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Gertrude here, I'm here. Wherever I go, Gertrude going. Because that's just where I am, and that's my state right now. And I ain't fitting to, be ashamed of who I am. I ain't fitting to make an excuse as to, well, I'm different from her, and what you ain't finna do is knock me because I don't look like you. Can I make that? What you ain't fitting to do is knock me because I don't look like you. Not on my watch. Not down to this. Because, honey, listen. I'm fine, and I'm curvy, and I got a gut, and so what? Self-image. We talking about self-image today. We talking about being content in where you are. And that's what we talking about today. And it's just a thing. Like, I just feel like we as people should not shun people because they don't look like us. We should not shun people because they're not built like us. Like if you into exercising 7 times a day and all you eat is bushes and berries, like more power to you. Like, girl, you want me to fix you some bushes? Girl, I got a recipe for some bushes. You'll probably like these bushes. But as for me over here, it's a pork chop down to the sink that I may possibly fry tonight. Okay? Okay? This is what I'm always talking about. Accepting people even though they're different from you. Your reality is not my reality. You in your box, I don't have to fit in your box. And just because my reality don't look like your reality, it doesn't mean that it's a negative thing. I'm not weird because I'm not like you, and you're not weird because you're not like me. Like, we have to learn to coexist, okay? Jay is curvy. But then I got some girlfriends that are skinny. Like, girl, if you just don't eat this chicken sandwich. Or, girl, what size is your jeans again? A 0. Oh, okay. You shop on this side, honey, because I got to go over here. We have to learn how to accept people for where they are and what they prefer. You know what I mean? And I want you guys to be accepted of who you are. You may be short. You may be tall. You may be chunky. You may be skinny. You may be very dark skinned. You may be very light skinned. It is what it is. Like, God created you in his image. And I feel like there's a gift in you accepting who you are. Like, I feel like it's a domino effect, right? Like, so for instance, if I accept myself for who I am, then that affirms me, who I am, right? And it forms my perspective of me. It forms my perspective of what I can do. It gives me confidence in what I do. And it just kind of goes a long way. Like if I'm secure and safe in who I am, then I ain't gotta come against you. Then I can help uplift you and uplift me. There ain't gotta be no hateration. All right. So it's like it goes a long way, and I feel like I talk to so many teens, and they're like, "Oh, Miss J, I don't know if I could do it. I can't do it, Miss J." Or, I don't know if I would be good at it. Do you think I'd be good at it? Do you? It always starts, and I tell them, it starts within. It starts within. You, before anyone else has to believe in you, you have to believe in you. You have to believe that you're good enough. Oh, okay, so let's hit on that. Self-image. If I accept who I am and I'm confident in who I am, it creates the foundation of my perspective of myself. Just said that, right? So that also will form the way that I feel about myself and what I deserve, right? So I feel like a lot of people, when they get in these bad relationships and they settle and they allow things to happen that shouldn't happen, it's because they don't have a strong affirmation of who they are. Because my apostle used to say, you got to know who you are and whose you are. And when you know those two things, you just ain't finna settle. Like, you ain't finna come up against me. You ain't finna just treat me any old kind of way, because I know who I am. I know what I deserve. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it all starts in the affirmation of self. You gotta start there. That's how you build your foundation of your perspective and just your day-to-day in this world. Like, Jay Curvy. Jay got a stomach. Her name Gertrude. Everybody say hi to Gertrude. Hey, Gertrude. Okay, fine. Okay, so now what? Okay. Jay still fine, honey. Let's be clear. Jay is still fine. Jay is still successful. And Jay just ain't finna let you just come and be whatever you gonna be and be whatever. If that makes sense. Like, because I know I am accepting myself, I know who I am and whose I am, you just can't throw nothing at me. Like, I know that I deserve respect. I know that I should be treated as such. I know that I should be treated as a woman. And if you can't be respectful, then you can't ride. You can't be within my circle if you're not respectful. If you don't for me it's respect. You have to respect me. You have to accept me. And you gotta be like, you ain't finna come in here and change who I am. This is who I am. Jay is loud. Jay likes to laugh. Jay is bougetto. For y'all that don't know what bougetto is, it's bougie and ghetto. The difference is, we bougettos, we know how to turn it off and on. You gotta know how to turn it off and on. Like, I'm gonna need you not to be ghetto down to the office. I'm gonna need you not to be ghetto down to the office. You gotta be professional when you're down to the office. Like, I could be like, this is how I could be at work. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, how was your weekend? Okay, can I help you with something today? Oh, okay. I'm right on top of that. Right on top of that. So, and then when I do that, it's just like, and let one of my girlfriends call. Girl, what? Yeah, girl, what? What happened down to the what? Who did what? Yes, how are you? Yes, ma'am. Right on top of that. So you got to know when to turn it off and when to turn it on. When I'm with my girls, God help everyone around us, because we get it in. I feel like my group of girls are my group of girls because we accept each other for who we are. Like, I got my girls that turn up, and then I got my girls that's like the old mamas. I feel like I'm part of the old mamas group now, but it's just a matter of accepting accepting each other for who we are, not trying to change nobody, the essence of who they are, loving each other, wanting what's best for them, but allowing them to be them. So I just feel like this self-image thing, it goes a long way. Like, if you're not confident in self, then you can't have healthy relationships. You can't be the light in dark places because you're not confident within. When you're confident within, you're able to shine. Because I know, hey, I can get out here and do this. I can go back to school if I want to. I can model if I want to. I could be a vlogger if I want to. Sassy Perspectives. I can be a blogger if I want to. Hello, I'm down to the WordPress. SassyPerspectives.wordpress.com. Look me up. Subscribe. Yes. You know what I mean? You can be anything you want to be. And I always say that we are going to die empty, right? But we got to first know that we can do it. And that comes in that self-image thing. We got to know that we're good enough. We got to know that we're beautiful however we look or what heck. We have to also know that we're beautiful in spite of everything that we've been through. Like, if I told y'all everything that I have been through, like, you'd be like, who, Jay? Yes, Jay has had brain surgery. Jay has had heartbreak. Jay got herself into some stuff that ain't nobody do but Jay. Jay has been at a point where she has faced depression, possible suicide. Yeah, all those thoughts have come to my mind. But we're here. We survive. That's why I say God is always faithful, because he brings us through these dark and these low times. And that's why I always give him praise, because, the other day I was driving and I was like, yo, what if I just would have succumbed to that thing? I wouldn't be where I am now. Like, married to the man of my dreams, amazing home, amazing children. I'm living out my dreams. I'm a vlogger now. I'm a blogger. I'm a published author. What if I just didn't what if I just would have gave up because somebody told me that I couldn't? What if I just would have succumbed to the negativity in life? What if I allowed the world to shape my perspective of what I should be? It wouldn't be any uniqueness in who I am. There would be no light in who I am. You know what I mean? So we got to know that regardless of what we go through, regardless of what other people say, we have to be affirmed in what we think and what we want. Then, of course, Jay wants to lose her belly, right? But I mean, it's going to come. I'm believing God that it's going to come one day. I'll be like, look, let me just go get it chopped off. But, we may need another baby through here or something, so we're going to wait on that. But, in the meantime, Jay going to get on a little exercise regimen or whatever. Jay going to make sure that she's healthy. But whatever curves stay, honey. And whatever goes. And I don't think my husband want a lot of it to go, but we'll see. Whatever happens. You have to love yourself wherever you are. Love your curves. Love the flaws and all. We just got to be confident in who we are and not compare ourselves to others. Because listen, we don't know what people be going through to get where they are. You know what I mean? Like, this girl may be skinny because of whatever. Or this girl may be big because she fighting depression. Or this person may have a lot of money because they work more than whatever. It could be anything. You never hope for what someone else has. You know what I mean? You have to thank God and be content in your state now, to allow God to and it's okay to aspire through other people. I do that all the time. At one point in my life, a lot of my friends were older than me. I was the young girl in the circle. They were all married with their houses and their kids, and it's like, oh my God, I want that. But God had to, do it in his time. You know what I mean? So never compare yourself to other people. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of the way that you look. the awkwardness and the quirkiness of who you are. You got to. You got to. Some people look at me and my husband crazy because we're like movie buffs. Like we like the Marvel comics, and you know, every time a movie's about to come out, we're there. Like, and I'm in my Wolverine t-shirt. You know, Captain America is my boo. A lot of people don't know Optimus Prime. That's my. Oh, he's so sexy. I named my truck Optimus Prime, y'all. You know, and then people look at us. Y'all crazy. Y'all grown. Why y'all down here looking at that? Because that's just who we are. We accept it. We love it. You know, we flaunt in it. It's just the kind of quirkiness of who we are. We accept it. We love it. We're content in it. You know, and it may not be your zhush, but it's our zhush, and we're good in our zhush. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to halt those that try to put you in their box. Just live life and be great. And you know, girl, you may be a little chunky or whatever. If you chunky, you chunky. Be sassy and chunky. You still beautiful. If you ain't got it, if you're not where you want to be in life, build those goals. We talk about that all the time. We still in February. What's your February goals? Start making the steps to get to where you want to be. Self-affirmation, self-image. Be confident in that. And know that you can do it, right? So I'm going to check back on y'all with this self-image thing. This is not my only video about it because it's a journey for me. And I feel like it's a journey for you guys too. So until I get back to you, be confident in yourself. Love yourself. Even if you got to put affirmations up around you that you constantly see. I am beautiful. I can do this thing. I'm a conqueror. I'm victorious. I am beautiful. My skin is beautiful. My hair is beautiful. Whatever you got to do, whatever the positivity is, make sure that you have that coming in your ear gate and eye gate at all times, just so that it can build your foundation of self-image. So that you can, and if you're not there to love yourself, those things will help you to begin to love yourself. Do not compare yourself to no one else, child. Half stuff we see on TV ain't real anyway. So you just have to start with self. Know that you're victorious. Know that you can do all things through Christ. And know that God created you in his image. Okay? So we're going to get back on this self-image thing probably a couple of more times. Like I feel like this is something I'll probably touch on a lot. Because it's needed. I feel like we need it. Not just women. Men too. Listen, I'm always affirming my husband. I tell you guys all the time in our mentoring before marriage, my bishop said you have to be his biggest cheerleader. So I'm like, you better get your fine. Watch when he walked through this door. You better get your fine, sexy self over here. And he be like, in the back of his mind, I think it does, you know, help him look at himself a certain way, because we have to be their biggest cheerleaders. And even if you're not married, like your girlfriends, you know, your guy friends. If you're a guy, don't be, you know, affirming no other guys. If you're a woman and you married, that's a whole nother story. But whatever. Your friend, girl, you look good today. You better come through. Today. Yes. Yes, you better show them how it's done. You better serve the children. Like, that's me all the time. You better serve the children on today. All right? Girl, turn it on. Let me see. Yes, you are doing it. Let's affirm each other, right? It don't take much. I call my daughters beautiful all the time. I call my son handsome all the time. Because they have to, you know, you have to build their foundation as well. God knows what this world will be when they're my age. So I have to help them build their foundation of their self-image now too. So do that for yourself and do that for other people, okay? I love you guys. Self-image. Like this video, share it, and comment below. Bye, sassies.